Guys, let's now explore more ways of doing drill through. First of all, we have here a slicer and it's on the continent. What if I want to see the countries also inside the same slicer? So as you can see here, it's on the continent. The slicer is on the continent. What will happen if I drag the country? So I drag it and put it also in my field section. So you've seen here the changes is this arrow. So I can still do my filtering on the continent level. So here it's on Asia. But if I click on this small arrow, I can see that now I have all the countries inside Asia. So I can choose one country only. So this is another way of using drill through. You don't have to use hierarchy, but in the field of any visual, you can choose or decide what level of hierarchy you want to do. So this is a way of doing a drill through. Now let's check another interesting way. So I will start with a new page. The idea here is I'll have one main visual or one main dashboard where I can put all my high level data. So I will rename this page. I will call it summary. And then I will have another page where I can go and check the details. So I will rename this page and I call it details. So how can we connect those two pages? Let's go back to the summary page. So now I'm, let's say at the executive level, this is where I want to show the high level of what I have. So let's use just one big visual, for example, and I'll use the same thing. I'll use this hierarchy and total cases. Okay, so I have this hierarchy. I have the drill through functionality, etc. And I want to go to check the details. So in this case, I have the summary where I will put only the main high-level visuals, but the details will be in the details page. So I'll click on details, and here I can put all my details, continents and countries. I will use population, total cases, total death, all the details that I need. I will put them in a table. So how can I connect now the two dashboards or the two tabs? Okay, so what I have here is the high level of what I want to see. What I want to achieve is if I'm here and I choose a continent, I want the details page to show me the details for that specific continent. So what can I do in this case? I'm now at the page level, and Power BI has this functionality integrated at the page level. So you see here we have this add drill through fields here. So what I will choose, I will take the continent and put it here, and also I will take the country and put it here. So what I'm telling Power BI is expect some data coming from a different place where you use the filter based on continent or country. So now how can I connect those two pages? What happened now is just I configured this page to act as a drill through page, and if you noticed, Power BI automatically added this icon that the functionality is to go back to the previous page. So this is done automatically. So if I go to the summary page, I will add this button. So insert buttons, and I will choose a blank one. I will put it here, and I will call it drill through. Okay, so I created a button with the text, but now I need to give it some functionality. So I go to action, and I will say the action for this button is a drill through, and when I click on it, your destination will go to the details. Details here is the same name of the tab that I'm using here. So what practically I'm telling Power BI is, when I click on this button, take the data from this page and drill through to the details on the details page. So the drill through is here and the destination is here. Now, if you notice that this button is not enabled, this functionality is automatic inside the Power BI, and the moment I click on something, so let's say I click on Europe here, you notice that now this button is enabled. So if I click on this, it's taking me to the second page, and all the data is related to the continent that I've chosen. So in this case, it's Europe. So let's go back one level. So I'm here at this level. If I choose South America, control click or click usually, and you see now the data is related to South America. So what if I want to check the countries? So if you remember, this is a hierarchy, so I can drill through, I can click on, let's say, Asia, and now I have all the countries, but now I have this drill through still enabled. So if I click on a country, nothing happens, the button is still disabled. I need to stop this, and I will choose, let's say, what's this country? China. So I control click, and now I have the details for China. So the functionality of the button is automatic once you have anything related to the drill through page. So if you remember here in the details, I have a continent or I have a country. So anytime that I select anything related to a country or continent, the drill through functionality will be enabled in the button. This will work also with any other visual. So let me remove this one. If I create a map, for example, let me make it bigger. So I will include continent, countries, and total cases. So now I have the total cases. I need to move this to the highest level. Okay, so now in my location level at the map, I have continent and country, so the drill through will be at this level, and then I have the total cases. So in this case, when the drill through is not enabled, if I choose a continent, you see the drill through is enabled now. At the same time, if I go back to a country, so I enable the drill through, and let me choose Africa, for example. Now I have all the countries in Africa. I have to disable this. I choose Sudan, for example, and if I control click here, I have the data for the Sudan. Okay, so in summary, what we have to do is, at the highest level, you create the visuals or the high level visuals that you want to see. You don't include all the details at the same page, so you don't have one dashboard full of lots of data. You keep it simple. One high level visuals, like you can see in this case, I have the total cases per continent, and if I want to check the details, I just click on something, a continent, and I can drill through to the detailed page where I can see all the details. So this is what we have for the drill through. In the next exercise, we will check all about buttons, how buttons work, and how we can use them. We already seen how we can use the drill through button, but we will see more functionality of the buttons. So see you in the next video.